This story shows an essential aspect of money. It is humans who created it, and it is humans who instill it with meaning and value. What is going on, world? If you guys follow along my journey as the Hungarian experiment, then you know I'm very big on building skills and building knowledge. One of the ways that I love to build knowledge is I love reading. I think reading is very important. You get to see how other people from the past live their lives, and you get to learn from their mistakes, and I think this is very important. What I like to do to get the maximum benefit out of reading these books is I like to post them up on my Instagram there. If you guys are interested, I really suggest following along on my Instagram at the Hungarian Experiment. You can see the books and the pages that I'm currently reading, and I like to leave my thoughts on those pages as well. Right now I'm currently reading the 48 Laws of Power, and I'm almost done this book. I only got about 20 to 30 pages left. So what I like to do once I'm done reading these books and posting them all up on Instagram is that I like to collect all those Instagram posts, and then I make a whole blog post of all the different pages that I feel are beneficial and very informative for my journey as well as other people's journey through this life. So if you guys are interested, in the next week or so I will have all the pages that I posted up on my Instagram over the last couple months from this book up on my blog. And as well, if you go check out my blog there, I have several different books I've read over the last couple of years here, and I have them all documented with all my notes and my little ideas and perspectives on life. So I just wanted to read a quick little page out of this book to give you an idea of what you can expect if you pick up this amazing resource for yourself. So let's dive right into it here. The antique dealer Fushima, who lived in the city of Edo, the former name for Tokyo, in the 17th century, once made a stop at a village tea house. After enjoying a cup of tea, he spent several minutes scrutinizing the cup, which he eventually paid for and took away with him. A local artisan watching this waited until Fushima left the shop, then approached the old woman who owned the tea house and asked her who this man was. She told him it was Japan's most famous connoisseur, antique dealer to the Lord of Zumo. The artisan ran out of the shop, caught up with Fushima, and begged him to sell him the cup, which must be clearly valuable if Fushima judged it so. Fushima laughed heartily. "It is just an ordinary cup of bison ware," he explained, "and it is not valuable at all. The reason I was looking at it was that the steam seemed to hang about it strangely, and I wondered if there wasn't a leak somewhere." Since the artisan seemed so excited about it, Fushima gave him the cup for free. The artisan took the cup around trying to find an expert who would appraise it at a high price, but since all of them recognized it as an ordinary teacup, he got nowhere. Soon, he was neglecting his own business, thinking only of the cup and the fortune it could bring. Finally, he went to Edo to talk to Fushima at his shop. There, the dealer, realizing he had inadvertently caused this man pain by making him believe the cup had great worth, he paid him 100 ro, or 100 gold pieces, for the cup as a kindness. The cup was indeed mediocre, but he wanted to rid the artisan of his obsession, while also allowing him to feel that his effort had not been wasted. The artisan thanked him and went on his way. Soon word spread to Fushima's purchase of the teacup. Every dealer in Japan clamored for him to sell it, since a cup he had bought for 100 gold pieces must be worth much more. He tried to explain the circumstance in which he had bought the cup, but the dealers could not be dissuaded. Fushima finally relented and put the cup up for sale. During the auction, two buyers simultaneously bid 200 gold pieces for the teacup and then began to fight over who had bid first. Their fighting tipped over a table and the teacup fell to the ground and broke into several pieces. The auction was clearly over. Fushima glued and mended the cup, then stored it away, thinking the affair finished. Years later, however, the great tea master Matsudari Fuma visited the store and asked to see the cup, which by then had become legendary. Fuima examined it. As a piece, he said, "It is not up to much, but a tea master prizes sentiment and association more than intrinsic value." He bought the cup for a huge sum. A glued together work of less than ordinary craftsmanship had become one of the most famous objects in Japan. And now the interpretation and what I left on my Instagram here I feel is the most important, because although these stories have great lessons to it, Robert Greene follows them up by interpreting them and applying them to certain different laws and power moves. And he says here, this story shows first an essential aspect of money. It is humans who have created it, and it is humans who instill it with meaning and value. With objects, as well with money, what people most value are the sentiment and emotions embedded in them. These are what make them worth having. And this is exactly why I wanted to make this video here today. It doesn't matter how much money you have, or what you put into it, or if you want to build an amazing product. It's the emotion, it's the value and the meaning behind it. That is what gives value to things. That is what makes people want to pay for something. Because there's meaning, because there's value behind it. People paid and bid 200 gold pieces for an ordinary teacup because they thought it had some intrinsic value, some meaning behind it, because some person who has value, who has legitimacy behind it, gave it value, gave it worth. So carry this on into your own life and into your own journey. If you give yourself meaning, if you give your life and your journey value, other people will see that value, they will see that meaning, and they will put their own worth behind it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you found it informative, maybe you're gonna go pick up this great book by Robert Greene, then make sure you go hit that like button, and of course leave a comment for me. I'd love to know what you guys think about my ideas, my perspectives in this world. Thank you so much for watching. I am the Hungarian Experiment.